And in the locker room, each guy has been going over.
Hey, Kevin.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. And they've got a few injuries on their bench. Less options, but you'd think not too big of an impact for them.
2 injuries, one of their stars out, but it's all about how you respond to the adversity.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Batum. And it's Zubats in at the center position. And for Dallas, Porzingis is out there with Powell. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then there's Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Batum. Now Zubats. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Seems that Richardson just has a knack for always being in the right place.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way.
Oh, what a finish!
Good. How about Porzingis with the fancy throwdown? Love seeing the big fella finish with that kind of power.
On the wing, Batum. Zubats against Porzingis. Outside for Jackson. 6 to shoot. Leonard on the wing, pulls up, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
And there's the whistle, illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Hardaway's checked in for the Mavericks. And then for the Clippers, Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Zubats. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. Here's Rondo. Tries again. And here's George for 3. It's good from long range.
And, you know, that's one of George's go-to shots. He's a three-point shooter who spaces the floor well.
Outside Hardaway. Pass to Porzingis. Over Patterson. Porzingis can't hit.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Not afraid to get physical there. Leonard makes the shot in spite of the contact.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Now here is George. Kicks it to Morris. Back to George. Rondo scanning the floor. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Here's Patterson, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Marjanovic comes in for Dwight Powell. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. And Redick kicks to Brunson. Outside Hardaway. It's stolen by Rondo. One-on-one fast break. And stolen by Redick. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. To end the drought, drills the three-pointer.
Excellent confidence from Redick. Really good. I mean, taking his time, his form, textbook.
Here's Rondo. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw this game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
Outside, Redick. Brunson the pass to Redick. Back to Brunson. Outside, Redick fires the three. Here's Marjanovic. And no good to start the night, missing his first attempt there. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Clippers lead by 1. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Luke Kennard out there with Marcus Morris. That's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Patrick Patterson, and it's man in at the shooting guard position. And it's Rondo penetrating. Patterson finds Morris. Launches a three. The Mavericks pull it in.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Brunson. Passes it to Kleba. Now, Cauley Stein. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Redick. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Patrick Patterson. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Now the pass to Cauley Stein. Over Jackson. Cauley Stein's shot is good.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Here's George. And he makes that one. George has got 5 now.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. George against Redick, stolen by Zubac. Now the Clippers moving it up. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Redick. Throws it up high, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
Clippers trail by 5. Outside, George. Leonard inside, guarded by Hardaway. George from deep three-point land, and it's rebounded by Dallas. And here we go, the Mavericks on a fast break. Redick's got the ball. Beyond the arc. No good that time. And the Clippers will come the other way. George finds Leonard. Back to George. The Clippers again turning it over.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. There's 1:54 left in the first half of the game. Pass to Porzingis. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's George. They get it back.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
Here's Finney-Smith. He's covered by Leonard. Stolen by Jackson. Leonard looking around. Outside, George. 1:03 left to play here in the second quarter. No good on the triple.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
Doncic with it. There's the three. The shot that time, not on target. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
And it's Leonard missing. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. Clock at 6. From the wing. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Passes to George.
Not sure what the D was doing there.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. Win or lose, Kenny, the Mavericks and
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been quite a game for Porzingis.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the floor for Dallas, Powell is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. Doncic against Jackson. Chalk up 2 there. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
Doncic showing you his ability to finish. I really respect his aggressiveness in taking it to the hoop and handling contact.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his first foul. Jackson finds Batum.
And Powell is a really reliable defender. I mean, he's excellent using his length and his quickness to throw shooters off.
A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
And here is Doncic. And there's the pass to Porzingis. It's Powell on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Doncic dishes to Richardson. Stolen by George. Outside Jackson. Outside Batum. Jackson passes to Leonard. Back to Jackson. Outside Batum. The dish to George. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Here's the break. Out to Doncic. Back to Richardson. Pass to Powell. Batum grabs the miss. The Clippers trail. Oh, Leonard in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Jackson against Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. Porzingis. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Boy, Powell showing you great aggressiveness that time, fighting hard to come up with that offensive rebound.
Clippers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Leonard on the wing. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of...
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And Patterson kicks to Kennard. The Clippers rebound. Lets it go with a three. The Mavericks pull it in.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 7 now for Dallas.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
Redick surveying the D. Here's the three. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. And now a 10-point Maverick lead.
Boy, the catch-and-shoot shot doesn't get any better than that. Redick on the money. ATM time.
Rondo, good.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Mavs.
The Mavericks have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
There's an awful lot to like about Doncic, but probably what jumps out at me most is how competitive he is. I mean, he wants to dominate whoever's guarding.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Here's Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
And so it's Dallas, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. Right back after this break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Taking a look at Los Angeles, they've got Rajon Rondo, Patrick Patterson is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in its shooting guard. The shot by Redick, no good.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Kennard's shot is off.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Dallas making a switch here. Marjanovic is checked in. Leonard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. It's Redick on the wing. Back to Brunson. Pass to Marjanovic. Brunson against Rondo. Passes it to Porzingis for three. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 14.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And at about 230 pounds, Leonard is a well-built specimen. Can absorb defenders like it's nothing.
Dallas making a switch here. Finney-Smith's checked in. Now Brunson. Outside, Redick. The pass to Finney-Smith. Redick up top, defended by George. And Redick kicks to Brunson. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Josh Richardson's checked in for Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Over in the corner, Batum. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. But deep three from George. Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Doncic outside. Pass to Marjanovic. He kicks to Richardson. Doncic with it. And the bank shot is good. Doncic has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Boy, that's a recipe for disaster, fellas. Allowing Doncic to get comfortable from this area, forget about it.
Outside Leonard. And no good that time. And it's Dallas the other way. An even 3-on-3 break. Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Porzingis against Zubac. Puts it up from 15. Knocked away. From deep. The offensive rebound. Pass to Finney-Smith. Now Porzingis shoots over Zubac. Porzingis can't hit. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And George with the stuff.
And George really good at recognizing his fast break opportunities and scorching, torching the defense with his speed and athleticism in transition.
Richardson kicks to Finney-Smith. Passes it to Marjanovic. Doncic outside. From 20 feet out. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 11. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Opponents are physical with Kawhi just about every game. But as forceful a player as he is, he just doesn't seem to mind one bit.
Powell, he's checked in for Dallas. 1:24 left to play here in the fourth. Now, here's Doncic. The pass to Richardson. Out to Porzingis. Over in the corner, Doncic. Such a wide open look. Doncic has got 4 this quarter.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Mavericks.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Luka Doncic.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
A nice shot by George.
Boy, the confidence that George brings to his game is also confidence that impacts and injects his teammates. He's a high-octane scorer who's ready to go as soon as the game starts and whenever he gets the ball.
Doncic looking it over. From downtown, the Clippers grab the miss.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I'd agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Pass to George. Back to Leonard. From outside the arc. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up.
Well, guys, I'm very...
You've certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. And for Dallas, they've got Porzingis. Richardson is out there with Doncic. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Doncic. Finney-Smith kicks to Porzingis. Pass to Doncic. Shot clock at 5. That one goes in. Chris, it doesn't matter if they're two of the best teams in the league or the two worst. When these guys get together, these rivals, it's always fun.
Yeah, Kevin, you're so right. When it's a conference rivalry, that's even better. They know each other so well, and that doesn't make them friends.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Floats one. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame. And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Doncic against Lillard. Teardrop shot. Porzingis with the block. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Kanter kicks to Anthony. Trailblazers moving the ball around. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cancer.
A flat-out loss of concentration. That kind of turnover will drive a coach crazy.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile one block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Richardson the pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic outside. Here's Porzingis. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And a little contact won't go a long way against Porzingis. What a display of physicality.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
It's time for him to start looking for other options. They can't let him keep shooting. His touch is gone.
Porzingis can't hit. For Portland, they've gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Powell, no one around him. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, Richardson comes from a military family. His mom was an officer in the Air Force, so he knows about discipline on and off the court. That helps him come ball down.
Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith, and the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Nurkic is checked in. Now here's Anthony. To stop the drought, Porzingis with the block, and they get it back. Here's Powell, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. This is his first free throw of the game.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Now here's Porzingis. Richardson, no luck.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Here's McCollum. And he banks in the layup.
Ooh, what body control from McCollum. This guy's just a scorer. He takes on all comers.
Thompson with it. Top of the key, Porzingis. In the corner, it's Kleber. He's looking for Hardaway and finds him. Porzingis trying to get free. Brunson, no good. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Marjanovic comes in for Maxi Kleber. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Richardson. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Jones checked in for Powell.
And McCollum is remarkably quick. Love seeing him put it on the deck and finish at the rim.
Now here's Brunson. Guarded close enough. And it's rebounded by Covington. Here's Marjanovic, fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
I wouldn't want to be the guy who has to keep him off the boards. He is a beast on the offensive boards.
The Mavericks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And it's the Mavericks on the break. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Still plenty of time for him to contribute in this game, but it's a tough stretch he's going through.
Here's Simons. Hands it from downtown.
A terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Brunson scanning the floor. Redick against McCollum. Outside, Redick. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Brunson. Dallas again missing.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
And it's slammed in by Jones.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Great positioning on the putback.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass to the tip in.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Mavericks lead. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him.
I think in the past, anytime I got into...
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
Cauley Stein is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then there's Doncic. And it's Hardaway in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. And stolen by Lillard. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that he grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly, born and raised.
You know, his offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
Powell, the pass to Canner. Second chance shot, kicks it out to Lillard. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Dallas. Marjanovic has got his 4th rebound in this one. He lobs it up, and again, Dallas turns it over.
And that's a gift if I've ever seen one. They've got to communicate much better out there.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dallas. Trailblazers trail by 5. Here is Lillard. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Dishes it to Cantor. Back to Lillard. Cauley Stein grabs the board.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
Lillard against Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. Lillard comes with the double team. Marjanovic kicks to Doncic. And it's sent back by Lillard. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. A different look for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Dwight Powell comes in for Marjanovic. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick. McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. Lillard from outside. It's rebounded by Dallas.
He's dragged them down with his performance today. A whole lot of zeros from him on the stat sheet.
And Finney-Smith gets it to go.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
The pass to McCollum. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. In the corner, Powell with it. Up top, Canner. Richardson cover. 4 on the shot clock. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Floats it up for Doncic. Stolen by McCollum. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
But look at how quickly Lillard leaps out in transition. He wants to run down the throat of the D, burn him in the open floor.
Doncic against Lillard. Doncic left side. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far. Lillard finds Canner.
Back to McCollum. Fires the three. And the three ball is good. Now just a 2-point Maverick lead.
With the quick, accurate release, McCollum thrives on catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Now here's Doncic. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. And he converts the layup. Porzingis has got his second bucket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Lillard surveying the D. Powell with the steal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Here's Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Porzingis has got 4 this quarter.
That's just a product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Collin passes to Cantor. In the corner, Powell with it. It's McCollum on the wing. And too long on the shot. Doncic outside. 3 seconds left. Doesn't go for him. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with their lead standing at... All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sport.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the end. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And that does it for our...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
On the floor for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Powell in at the small forward. And Kanter able to finish.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Kanter gets a lot of his points this way.
Mavericks leading by 4. Here's Brunson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pass to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. Lillard the pass to Cantor. Porzingis with the steal. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. It's stolen by Anthony. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. McCollum with the ball.
This is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
It's a neck-and-neck game here in Dallas. Lillard against Brunson. Powell, that's good. Powell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Lillard against Brunson. Anthony taking his time here. Feeds it to Kanter. Out to Anthony. Lots of room. That shot, no good. And it's Dallas the other way. Here's Richardson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
And when Richardson is aggressive, good things tend to happen, including how he attracts fouls while shooting.
Dallas making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for McCollum. Covington kicks to Lillard. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything, allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Porzingis goes up and lays it nice and easy. Porzingis has got the lead up to 10 now for Dallas.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Covington passes to Jones. They grab their own miss.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive boards.
Brunson against Lillard. Brunson the pass to Porzingis. Hardaway with it. Working on Jones. The shot by Powell, no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
You got to get out on Lillard. I mean, his long-distance shot, you know, is cash.
Now Brunson still looking for his first bucket in this one. Count that bucket. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
Look, that's a nice play. You need low post scoring to keep your offense balanced.
Lillard the pass to Simons. Back to Lillard. Passes it to Simons. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Good work there as it goes.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Porzingis finds Brunson. And stolen by Lillard.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, no need to rush right here. Let the clock run a little, then execute your offense.
He dishes it to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Banked in off the glass. And now just a 3-point Maverick lead.
Well, Lillard is used to getting pushed around. Got to admire how he muscles it in.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's Dallas leading by 3. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got J.J. Redick. Trey Burke is out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Doncic in at the point guard position. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Cauley Stein in the post, defended by Covington. 2 points, that one goes.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
McCollum outside. And the shot goes in.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shot's now starting to fall.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Doncic against McCollum. Powell with it. He feeds it to Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
Oh, and all Nurkic needs is good positioning. Once he has this, dunking is easy.
Redick surveying the D. Doncic outside. Outside for Redick. Shot clock at 6. Back to Doncic. Inside, Covington with the steal. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Back to Powell. Kicks it out to McCollum.
And here we go, guys. This possession could make or break them right here.
Pass to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
McCollum against Doncic. McCollum kicks to Anthony. Outside, Covington. Anthony, the pass to Nurkic. Lets a floater go. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Here's Marjanovic. Portland grabs the miss. McCollum right side. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Love the poise of McCollum. He looks comfortable shooting in crucial moments of the game.
1:39 left in the 4th quarter. Doncic passes to Redick. But they'll get another chance. Nurkic with the steal. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And now just a 3-point Maverick lead. McCollum against Doncic. There's the pass to Cauley Stein. Here's over Covington. Cross contact up. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He told them they have to pick it up. He said there's no time like the present, fellas. Embrace the moment, and let's take back this game. See what they can do, Kevin.
The 3 for Doncic. Powell pulls it in.
Can't waste any time here.
And you're right. They desperately need a bucket, and every second matters.
Porzingis with the block, but he recovers it. 3-pointer, Lillard. Keeps it alive. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Now a timeout called by Portland. Guys, what do you think?
Well, you need the 3 here. A quick one. I mean, very quick. Has to be catch and shoot. One fluid motion. A very difficult shot, but it is definitely not impossible.
So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. That was a fun night of basketball. Fabulous finish.
rotation player, nothing they can't overcome. But it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. They've got Nikola Jokic, Murray out there with Will Barton. Then there's Gordon, and it's Porter in at the 3. And for the Mavericks, we've got Doncic. Powell is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Josh Richardson, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And here's Doncic from the arc. It's up, and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. And here's Denver.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision where he can really pass it, and it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Here's Finney-Smith. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Murray surveying the D. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
And it's Gordon with the finish.
A constant threat around the rim. Gordon is an agile big who just throws it down with ease.
Doncic outside. Left side, Porzingis. Back to Doncic. He's off on that one. Now Denver takes it the other way. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. No one covering.
That's a pretty smooth release for a 6'10" center on the perimeter.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Doncic. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Murray. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. A floater. It's rebounded by Doncic. The Mavericks trailer. Richardson dishes to Doncic. It's deflected.
All about timing. Will Barton, great job of seeking that one out and throwing it away.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
The Mavericks have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. And they take the lead.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Now here's Murray. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Fast break, Dallas. Porzingis has got the ball. Here's Finney-Smith. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Now you can see the defense is so shifted over to where Kristaps Porzingis is that they lose track of the situation, and he burns them with the pass.
Here's Murray. Here's Gordon. Oh, that's blocked. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic.
Well, you overreact to Paul Millsap. Good job of him staying patient and then finding one of his open teammates.
Brunson with it. Cauley-Stein. It's good on the putback.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Jokic against Cauley-Stein. Jokic with the bucket.
Yeah, Jokic did a nice job positioning himself down in the paint. Usually he's at the top of the key, but this time knew where he wanted to get the ball. Shot it on the inside and scored.
Here's Brunson. Passes to Cauley-Stein. Jokic with the steal. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. Here's Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Well, Cauley-Stein positioned himself early and then found the reward there as he collected the ball and threw it through.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Mavericks ahead. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team's approach.
The mentality of how we play, how we move the ball.
Greg sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Nuggets, we've got JaMychal Green. He's out there with JaVale McGee. Paul Millsap out there with Will Barton.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Now here's Cauley-Stein, and Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Yeah, Redick more than happy to get off the ball that time and spot the open man.
Poke loose, and there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic comes in for Maxi Kleber, and it's Burke in for Jalen Brunson. And Denver also making a switch. Jamal Murray, he's checked in for Barton. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now here is McGee following the miss by Jamal Murray. And Green gets it to go.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Now Burke, pass to Marjanovic. To the paint, here's Redick, and denied. He sends it right off the glass.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Now here's Burke. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Now they're playing working to perfection there if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Campazzo covered by Redick. Baseline J on the way. Murray, no good.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Murray outside. And it's Murray with the jam.
Surprising quickness. Murray burying his head down and just sprinting to the rack.
Now here's Reddick. D right on him. And the pass to Burke. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Porter's checked in for Denver. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Denver. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. And here's the fast break. Ahead. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist by Richardson. Doncic has got 6 points.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
Here's Murray up on top. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And if you're drawing up your starting five for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Doncic outside. Porzingis high post over Murray. Porzingis can't hit. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul. Mavericks have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Murray against Doncic. Pass to Powell and stolen by Gordon.
Well, the instincts on defense on full display there. It was a gamble for sure, but it paid off big time in the form of a steal.
And this is a guy who just naturally draws fouls at a very high rate. That Don Porter takes him off the bounce.
It's his first trip to the line.
Really a good season for him overall last year when you look at the number, 83% from the line.
Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Doncic feeling it out. With 4 seconds on the clock, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
In Europe, Doncic spent a lot of time as a primary ball handler. You see the craftiness there in terms of drawing fouls.
Murray outside. And he hits the buzzer beater. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Nuggets lead by 1.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They did give up a couple baskets.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Powell is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Pass break, Dallas. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
For Dallas, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
Now here's Murray. He's got 6. Good. Murray's got the game tied up here for the Nuggets.
Meeting the defense with a tenacious will to score. Murray giving you that effort.
Doncic kicks to Richardson. Passes it to Porzingis. 6 to shoot. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, Porzingis read that extremely well. He recognized right away he was going to get that shot.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Shot by Gordon, wide open. It's rebounded by Doncic. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Pass to Porzingis. And Porzingis throws it down hard.
Well, it's clear that Porzingis has some athleticism. That dunk right there, ferocious.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here's Murray. That one, no good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
Out to Doncic. Richardson outside. Porzingis against Jokic. Here's Powell. And Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Barton, no luck. And stolen by Gordon to the inside. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Barton.
Smart play there from Barton to establish himself on the inside to convert.
Doncic against Murray. Doncic passes to Powell. Here's Porzingis. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
Denver making a switch here. It's Redick on the wing. And there's the pass to Marjanovic.
Yeah, good job.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
In the corner, it's Gordon. Clock at 6. Green breaking loose. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. Stolen by Brunson. Unhindered, going all the way. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Dishes it to Green. Floats it up. Look out!
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Cauley Stein, you've got to talk mostly about the agility that this young big has, rolling well after the screen.
Pass to Green. And the layup's good off the glass. Green's got his second basket.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Redick finds Marjanovic. The 8-footer. And Dallas again with the bucket.
And for all the scoring and shooting that J.J. Redick does, showing right there why he's an underrated passer.
Campazzo. Brunson covering. Green left side. Lays it up off the glass. Green's got 6 points.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. It's Dallas up 2. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. So on the floor for Denver, Aaron Gordon out there with Paul Millsap. Then it's Will Barton, and there's JaVale McGee. The putback, and it's Millsap with the extra effort. And this game is tied up now.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Redick with 3. Barton with some nice D. The Nuggets shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. Millsap with it, outguarded by Porzingis. To take the lead, and the layup good by McGee. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
Porzingis against McGee. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis has got it all tied up now for Dallas. Down low, here's McGee. Porzingis with the block.
You can see Porzingis taking some pride right now on the defensive end of the floor, taking care of the shooter with his long wingspan that time.
And here's the fast break. Millsap leading the way. Porzingis with the block. They recover it. Here's Gordon. And there it is for him.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Brunson scanning the floor. Passes it to Porzingis. Shoots over McGee. Porzingis can't hit. Nuggets have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
Hardaway passes to Porzingis. Porzingis is double. Hardaway with a wide open look. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Nuggets leading by 4. Barton in the corner. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. It's good. Dallas calls timeout.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He talked about X's and O's, but he also said, hey, guys, we got to trust each other, stick together, and leave it all out on the floor. And see if they've got enough left to get over the top, Kevin.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Marjanovic. Finished off the break.
Boy, shot out of a cannon on that possession. Good look up court.
Here's Murray. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Willie Caller's style.
Jamal Murray continuing to play with a fearlessness.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
Doncic against Murray. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him. And It's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Murray right side. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Gordon. Jokic trying to free himself up, and it's Gordon missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And the dunk by Doncic.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Outside Porter. Back to Murray. 1:10 left in the game. Pass to Jokic over Cauley Stein.
Cauley Stein in great position to reject that shot.
Porter pulls it in. For Denver, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. And here is Murray. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
And Michael Porter Jr. being drafted was a bit of a high risk, high reward due to the fact that physically he needed to come a long way to be consistent in the NBA. And he may be seeing signs that it's going to pay off with huge dividends.
Dallas making a switch here. Redick is checked in.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
And stolen by Cauley Stein.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Do you want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
Murray with it. Up top, Barton. Cauley Stein defending. Barton passes to Porter. Offensive rebound.
There's a quiet intensity that Jokic plays with, especially on defense. He's made that shooter a little bit nervous.
couple of injuries among their reserves. I expect their starters guys will be ready to do whatever's needed.
2 players injured, one of their stars out, something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. They've got Dwight Powell, Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And there's Porzingis, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3. And for the Clippers, Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the point. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Doncic against Zubac. 6 to shoot. Porzingis is doubled. From deep, Richardson gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Boy, Richardson has great range and is a knockdown shooter from deep.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Zubac.
Oh! Are you kidding me?
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Jackson. Back to George. Over Richardson. It's rebounded by Dallas. And here's Doncic. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Jackson passes to Zubac. Leonard on the wing. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Nice D from Porzingis.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Richardson, good. Richardson's got 5 now.
And this is how you want to start the ball game. 4 for 4 from the field. Seems like they're right on point and can't miss.
Doncic looking it over. Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. Shoots over Zubac. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
5 buckets without a miss. That's a fantastic start.
And where Finney-Smith really made strides last season, his consistency from range.
And you know, Greg, it was really his defense, the work ethic he brings, the effort level. I mean, that's always been there. I watched this kid play in college, and that's always been part of his package. But as an NBA wing, you've got to be able to knock down shots and help space the floor if you want to find your way into the lineup. And to Finney-Smith's credit, he's done that and has become a valuable part of the rotation.
And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And it's George missing. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. Here's Powell. Up and in on the layup.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Clippers trail by 13. Rondo dishes to Patterson. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Well, you know, Rondo's a multi-time league assist leader. If you're open, he's getting you the rock.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. It's Redick on the wing. 5 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Marjanovic, no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Oh, Moore's in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Hardaway with the bounce pass. Passes it to Marjanovic. Over Morris. Morris with the rebound. The Clippers trail. Mann passes to Rondo. Dishes to Patterson. Here's Mann. Now the pass to Morris. The tray. That one doesn't go. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Count the bucket. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, You really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for Dallas?
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
Another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Marcus Morris is out there with Patrick Patterson. And it's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 2 spot. Now Brunson. No points in the game yet for him. And Cauley Stein throws it down. Greg, is a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Cuts off the pass. Redick against Rondo. Hardaway kicks to Kleba. Redick for 3. Here's Cauley Stein. Fires for 3. Was shot by Redick. No good.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Rondo passes to Patterson. Brunson against Rondo. Kennard on the wing. Clippers moving the ball around. Over Hardaway. And that misses badly. Air ball. Dallas leading by 11. Redick passes to Cauley Stein. From 7. They get a hand on it. And Willie Cauley Stein gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Porzingis is checked in for Maxi Kleba. Doncic comes in for Hardaway. And it's Richardson in for J.J. Redick.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Now, here's Doncic. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. 6 on the shot clock. Feeds to Cauley Stein. A beautiful reverse layup. Cauley Stein's got 6 in the quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's George. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Pass to Brunson. And here is Cauley Stein. Pass to Brunson. Over Jackson. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
And he gets the whistle. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And, you know, you look at Doncic for a forward, this guy handles the ball extremely well. He's terrific at creating for himself off the dribble.
51 seconds left to play in the first half. Jackson looking it over. George against Doncic. And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
Boy, George so long in all limbs, arms and legs. And he covers a lot of space in short bursts of time because of it.
Here's Richardson. He has 5. To the middle. Here's Collins. Oh, my goodness! What a play!
Well, that's a smart play from Richardson there. His teammates love how hard he works to create opportunities for him.
And George kicks to Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Got a piece of it. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fan. It was all about Dallas as the game got going. Their exceptional focus and all. And that'll do it for our halftime.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Without question, Willie Cauley-Stein displaying his skills tonight.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot.
And, you know, the intensity Leonard plays with on defense is impressive, using his huge hands to claw the ball away.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Passes it to Marjanovic. The pass to Doncic. Inside, Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Man, I like how close Porzingis gets to the rim. I mean, he knows when he's this deep, the defense really has no chance to keep him from dunking.
A nice shot by George.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Doncic kicks to Richardson. The Clippers grab the miss.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Good on the shot. Leonard's got his second basket of the game.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Zubac against Doncic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. Dallas shooting their first free throw of the game. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
That time Richardson defaulted to the mid-range shot. We know he can shoot them from deep, but mixing in that mid-range, it'll keep the defense off balance.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Off target from three-point range.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Mavericks leading by 10. Richardson outside. Back to Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. Now here's Doncic. Wants to get it to Powell and does.
Tell you what, very few players have the playmaking ability of Luka Doncic. This guy is special with his vision and passing.
Outside for Rondo. There's 1:38 left in the third quarter of the game. Doncic with the block. Pass to Finney-Smith. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And Trey Burke subbed in for Doncic. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, sometimes the great three-point shooters in the game don't carry that same success to the free throw line, but that's not the case with J.J. Redick. I mean, he's cash money from the stripe, too.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I like how George looks for contact. He kind of seeks it out. He doesn't back away from the hard physical contact. He knows he's going to get a chance to get to the line when he does take the contact. He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
1:07 left in the third. Powell kicks to Redick. Here's the pass to Burke. From deep. The shot by Redick, no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
For the three. No good. Shot missing.
Well, most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
Lets the three fly. Good on the three-point shot. Redick's got 5 points now this quarter.
Excellent confidence from Redick. Really good. I mean, taking his time, his form, textbook.
And that one's good, George.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Now, here's Burke. Tight defense on him. Pass to Redick. Now here's Hardaway. He's covered by Leonard. Hardaway passes to Burke. Launches a three. That shot off. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Mavericks ahead, ending the third quarter on a 12-4 run. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Patrick Patterson. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And even 3-on-3 break. And the wide open shot from Redick misses the three.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off. I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Now here's Burke, guarded by Jackson. Burke looking over the floor. Just 4 to shoot. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Burke with it. 5 on the clock. Right side, Redding. Takes the 3. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. And the Mavericks lead by 16.
Boy, the catch-and-shoot shot doesn't get any better than that. Redding on the money. ATM time.
Oturu, the pass to Leonard. Takes it from 10. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Back to Burke. He kicks it to Powell. Dallas moving the ball around. A 3 ball. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Shots good by Kennard.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Now here's Burke. He's guarded closely, and that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Josh Richardson's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Trey Burke. Count that one. 10 points for Porzingis.
Well, you can't allow Porzingis to get this positioning, guys. I mean, he's too big and skilled, and he showed it there.
Here's Leonard, and the layup falls.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Dallas leading by 14. And here is Doncic over Jackson. That one a little long. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Porzingis. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. So the wing on the left. Finney-Smith passes to Richardson. Here's Finney-Smith. Richardson outside. From deep three-point range. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Leonard. Here's Patterson. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 14. 1:41 left to play here in the fourth. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Luka Doncic.
And he's had the hot hand tonight, Kevin, no doubt about it. He's gotten his field goal percentage up over 60, and you're only going to get it that high when you're taking good, smart shots.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. It's the three-point bomb.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Batum passes to Zubac. They get it back.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Dallas.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Luka Doncic.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
And it's Doncic missing. The Clippers have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Doncic against George. This one for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Mavericks lead by 14.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this
is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
There's the lob to Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Now, Doncic. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good. stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Dwight Powell. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the 5, home in the paint. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Lillard up top, guarded by Doncic. Fires the 3. Can't hit that one. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Count it.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Lillard outside. Powell with the steal. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Count the basket.
You gotta love his hustle, leading the defense. No time to react.
And how about them not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Lillard with no one around. Porzingis with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Richardson, no luck. And here are the Blazers. 4-point game. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Porzingis kicks to Powell. Dallas moving the ball around. Pass to Richardson. Porzingis inside. Covington's there. Porzingis can't hit. Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. It's tipped. Powell with the steal. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Doncic leading the charge. And it goes down 2 points. Doncic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
Doncic against Lillard. And there's the feed to Nurkic. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy's no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
Doncic against Lillard. Doncic passes to Porzingis. And that one drops.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 3. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Powell, no one around him. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
Oh, yeah, that's one of his go-to spots. I mean, you have to pressure him in that mid-range area.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Shoots over Nurkic. Out to Doncic. Back to Porzingis. Shot clock at 6. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I'd go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Lillard outside. Powell with the steal. Porzingis with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Powell the pass to Doncic. He kicks it to Richardson. Passes to Powell.
Love to see him battling in them. Go get it, little fella.
19 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Kicks it out to McCollum. Doncic with the steal. Pass to Porzingis. Feeds it to Powell. Porzingis inside. Three-pointer. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's Dallas. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is still...
I don't fear nobody. And, you know, if somebody...
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
They've got Anthony, also Enes Kanter out there. Derek Jones is out there with McCollum, and it's Simons in at the point guard. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. And foul on the... And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Just 3 to shoot. Here's Simons. It's rebounded by Dallas.
No, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam. McCollum deciding where to go with it. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Lets it go with a three. A three-pointer is right on target. Anthony's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple, but D has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
McCollum against Redick. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
And both free throws good for Redick.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
McCollum outside. Lobs it up for Kanter. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And look at Kanter rise up. Good anticipation for the big man to go for the alley.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Brunson the pass to Marjanovic. Yep, that one goes in there. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
McCollum against Redick. Here's Anthony. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Anthony's got 5 now.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo. Overpowering the D and still finishes.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pulls it up. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one's on Anthony. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many of the guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day who was my favorite. You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
The shot by Cauley Stein, no good.
They say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should be easy.
Bucket is good.
Now, what more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother.
Doncic against Lillard. And Doncic, here we go. And the shot goes in. Cauley Stein's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
Lillard outside. Dishes it to Cantor. Outside, Jones. Marjanovic against Lillard. Here's Powell. It's rebounded by Dallas.
That's high-quality defense right there. Reading the situation, reacting, and making that a very tough jump shot.
Anthony against Marjanovic. On the wing, Hardaway. Back to Marjanovic. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Trailblazers trail by 8. Three-pointer, Lillard, and the Trailblazers, another 3.
Lillard so focused, even from way outside. He knows he can still make these shots.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Kleba finds Marjanovic. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him.
Lillard scanning the floor. And the 3 off target. That one misses. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Best. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. That's all for now.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Without question, really Cauley Stein displaying his skills tonight.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
On the court for the Mavericks, Dwight Powell is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Burke. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Here's McCollum. Back to Nurkic. He feeds it to McCollum. Another shot. Yep, it goes. And the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Nurkic.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive boards.
Doncic against Powell. Covington with the steal. Ball's knocked loose. McCollum dishes to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. Outside, Covington. Shoots off the step back, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Mixing in his mid-range jumper from time to time. Covington, he feels so comfortable shooting from this area.
Doncic against Powell. Now here's Porzingis. He's covered closely. And And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. And yes, it's good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here is Lillard. He has 5. Kicks it to Powell.
Right there.
The pass to Covington. Portland needs to get off a shot. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. Simons, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. And Dallas also making a switch. Brunson's checked in. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Powell kicks to Brunson. Here's Finney-Smith, guarded by Powell. Finney-Smith passes to Burke. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Now the Mavericks moving it up. He locks up the alley-oop pass and the dunk by Powell.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Cullen passes to Simons. A three-pointer, no good. Mavericks leading by 9. Brunson kicks to Finney-Smith. Brunson scanning the floor. Jokic against Porzingis. Here's Brunson, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Brunson's got the lead up to 11 now for the Mavs. Here's Simons. Brunson covering, trying to get something going. Porzingis with the block. Fast break, here they come. Puts up a 3. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take. Dennis Kanter's checked in for Portland. Anthony comes in for Norman Powell. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Marjanovic comes in for Dwight Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Trey Burke. And Kanter throws it down.
Oh, man, what a slam by Kanter. His size lets him make easy work of those big plays in the paint.
Brunson the pass to Hardaway. Now Cauley-Stein. Dallas moving it around. Redick finds Marjanovic. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Derek Jones comes in for Robert Covington. And Lillard subbed in for C.J. McCollum.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Poked loose, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hardaway. Lillard outside. From deep.
And they aren't giving up the same types of looks we saw in the first half, making them earn their points now.
And the wide open shot from Redick. And it's off from three-point range. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've had active hands and have forced. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Anthony out there with Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the shooting guard.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Doncic against Lillard. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Yeah, that's just a lucky break for the deep dip. Keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
Jacks up a three. That shot off, and it's Dallas the other way.
Not his best day from three-point range. I mean, just won in the first half and still looking for his first here in half number 2.
Kleber controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Mavericks lead by 15.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Lillard is such a crafty finisher. Even when he takes a pounding, he sticks with it.
And Portland making a change here. Powell's checked in. And Dallas with a change here too. Porzingis is checked in. He throw good. Damian Lillard. Fourth quarter still young. Just over a minute play. Doncic against Lillard. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Goes up the baseline, and it's off the back rim. No good. Trailblazers trail by 12. Here's Powell. Kleber with the rebound.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
The wide open look here for Porzingis. Off target with the open look. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Porzingis with the block. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Richardson's running. And Hardaway gets it to go.
Well, yeah, high IQ basketball from Richardson. Values the easy assist over a risky shot.
Lillard outside. Drills it from outside. Lillard's got 6 in the quarter.
That gives him 2 3-pointers for the game, 1 in each half. I mean, he may add to that total pretty soon.
Lillard against Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. It's Richardson on the wing. Offensive rebound. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. The shot by Kleber. Wide open. Offline with his 3.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Outside Hardaway. Kleber, the pass to Porzingis. Over Jones. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. That's now 8 points for Porzingis.
And a little contact won't go a long way against Porzingis. What a display of physicality.
Jones drives in, and Jones slams it home.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Doncic against Lillard. Doncic outside. To the paint. Porzingis can't hit. Trailblazers trail by 9. Kanter, the pass to Carmelo. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Well, this is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Kanter. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
Lillard against Doncic. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter. And the dunk by Doncic.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
Lillard from outside. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. 54 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And Doncic, here we go. It's no good. He's now 4 of 9 from the field. And here are the Trailblazers. They're on a 14-6 run. It counts. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Doncic feeling it out. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. It's not going to go for him. Now Portland takes it the other way. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Left side, Redick shoots the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Lillard from outside. No good that time. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. The Nuggets are not holding anything back in the wardrobe department.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Dwight Powell. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for Denver, they've got Porter. Jokic is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Murray in at the 1 spot. Porter, no luck.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And Doncic gets it to go.
Boy, the take charge mentality of Doncic on display there. The quick fire approach demonstrates his confidence.
Murray kicks to Porter. Back to Murray. Jokic inside. He's against Porzingis. Jokic with the bucket. All right, Clark, old school lineups tonight. Both sides anchored by great pivot men.
Kevin, I can hear the excitement in your voice, man, and I share that excitement when you see big guys that can go at it in old school fashion. I love seeing that because we don't see it that much these days with all of the three-point shooting. We get to see big guys going to work in the paint. I love it. Guys, you look at Porzingis, and it seems like he's got a knack for chasing down the ball on the offensive glass. Really good instincts.
Good, and the assist goes to Doncic.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Murray. The good-looking shot from the wing.
One of the things Murray does well is shoot the mid-range shot. He's actually deadly from there. Can't give him that kind of room.
It's Richardson on the wing. Back to Doncic. Right side, Porzingis. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Porzingis has got 6.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Murray against Doncic. Murray, no good. Dallas leading by 4. Richardson gets a wide open look. And a miss there on the triple. For Denver, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Jokic. Connects on the foul line jumper.
Jokic is such a developed offensive player. He's really good at taking advantage of these mid-range spots.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Porzingis banked in off the glass. 8 points for Porzingis.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Porter passes to Gordon. .135 left in the first quarter. That one drops for him. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body, and I think we will see that in time.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Here's Murray. 50 seconds left in the first. And it's Murray with the jam.
Nice to see Murray take it strong to the rack. Pretty good finisher he is inside.
Pass to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. Porter with a block. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. We've got 33 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Janovic. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Barton surveying the floor. Millsap left side. It's rebounded by Dallas. Outside, Redick from deep three-point range. No good. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for Dallas. He notched 8. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
Green is out there with Paul Millsap. And there's JaVale McGee. Then it's Will Barton. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second.
It really balances out the backcourt when McGee is able to provide points inside. I mean, that's big.
Runs in the pass to Kleba. And Kleba slams it in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Here's McGee. That shot misses, and the Mavericks going the other way now. And Kleba slams it in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Campazzo kicks it to McGee. The putback, and that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. Trey Burke comes in for Jalen Brunson. Redick dishes to Burke. And there's Redick. That's good on the assist by Burke. Redick's got the lead up to 6 now for the Mavs. And there's the pass to McGee. Campazzo. And that one goes long.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
And the wide open shot from Redick. Off target from outside. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Here's Green. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. And the foul on Will Barton. That is his first foul of the game for the Nuggets. Michael Porter, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Jamal Murray in for Barton. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Redick for 3. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. That one goes. Count it. Marjanovic has got his second bucket.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And it's Murray with the jam.
Boy, have to enjoy, guys, seeing Murray jam it down like that. I mean, his vertical is pretty impressive. Boy, I tell you what, we've all heard the stories of Jamal Murray's training routine growing up in Canada, like something out of a movie. Push-ups in the snow, dribbling on ice, deep knee bends with a cup of hot tea on his thigh. A little bit unconventional, but hey, it certainly got him to where he is now, so I would say it worked.
Bol, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. Now Green, 6 on the shot clock. And Bol wide open. He shoots, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And Clark, it was Jamal Murray's father who's the mastermind behind those unconventional training methods. His son, though, never begged off, never wavered in his commitment.
Tell you what, Greg, it clearly would lead you to believe that both of them were crazy, and yet they had a shared obsession and a commitment, and it's paid off.
Murray, good.
And the quick feet of Murray really doing an extraordinary job getting out in transition.
Dallas leading by 5. Doncic feeling it out. And 1:01 left in the first half of the game. Doncic kicks to Powell. Here's Porzingis. Rejection.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Murray against Richardson. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Tips it up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
Porter in the corner. Right side, Green. He kicks it to Bull. The shot, no good. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle under.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. It was all Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter. He had 8 points, 3 and that.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Porzingis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. Then there's Dwight Powell, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. And here is Doncic. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Hardaway's checked in for the Mavericks. Back to Doncic, and stolen by Murray. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Lob pass to Gordon.
Now, you got to remember, Barton isn't just a scorer. This guy is also superb at finding open teammates.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Here's Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 4th assist in this one.
You know, Porzingis is a guy who's used to having to fight his way through the defense, and good balance allowed him to do that there.
Here's Barton. The shot, no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Pass to Jokic. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That is his first foul of the game. Paul Millsap's checked in for the Nuggets. Then for the Mavericks, Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. And it's Willie Cauley-Stein in for Dwight Powell.
Nobody does it better than Gordon on the alley-oop. Boom!
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And, you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. You know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanics, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But, again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion.
You know what? what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And he makes that one.
He's super hard to guard is Jamal Murray because he's got all the shots, including recognizing when to use the floater.
It's Redick on the wing. He's covered by Murray. 1:57 left in the third quarter. Barton kicks to Murray. Here's McGee. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. McGee's got the lead up to 1 now for the Nuggets.
With maturity comes greater patience, understanding how to play smarter. Murray keeps his options open and finds a teammate who's gotten free.
Redick passes to Hardaway. 6 to shoot. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
A prolific slasher with some serious bounce. Hardaway Jr. Fun to watch.
Now here's Barton. Burke covering. Here's Murray. No good from the wing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on it.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Dallas shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
The Nuggets trail by 4. To the wing right side. Here's Murray. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll... And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the shot goes in. Cauley Stein's got 5 now.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's McGee. No good again that time.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Now here's Redick. Beyond the arc. It doesn't go for him. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Mavericks lead by 6. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got Nikola Jokic. Porter is out there with JaMychal Green. Then there's Jamal Murray. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Inside. It's rebounded by Dallas.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And that one's good. Burke.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
But when Porter is attacking, the defense is in trouble.
Have to respect his ability to put it on the floor.
Kicks it out to Richardson. Clock at 6. It's Powell on the wing. Here's Brunson. Off target from three-point range.
Not quite enough defense That time around, just lucky he was off.
Pass to Jokic. There's the triple. That shot off the mark. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Brunson the pass to Powell. Unloads. That one wide left.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And, you know, early on, Murray has proven to be an impressive scorer. Now he just needs to improve as a passer and defender.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Barton is checked in. And the Mavericks with some changes.
A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
Green finds Jokic. Porzingis with the steal and the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul. Mavericks leading by 8. Outside, Porzingis. Green against Redick. Doncic dishes to Redick. There's the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Redick's got the lead up to 11 now for the Mavs.
And this is exactly how Redick makes his living. An incredible three-point shooter who shoots it quickly.
Passes it to Jokic. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Dallas.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Paul Millsap is checked in for Denver. The Mavericks also with a sub. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
Yeah, he's known for his finesse game, guys, but Porzingis showing you there. He's got some power to his game, too.
Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Porter. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Doncic. Jokic with the steal. And they're running. Here's Barton. And Barton throws it down.
Yeah, you know, Jokic has such active hands and really good anticipation. For a big guy, he comes up with a lot of steals.
Doncic with it. 1:30 left to play in the final quarter. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Porter's running, and he banks in the layup.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
Doncic outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Paul Millsap picks one up. It's the first. That makes it a 7-point lead.
You know, he's the third pick in the 2018 draft, guys, and Doncic seems poised to dominate this league for a lot of years.
Murray outside. And the pass to Jokic. He wants to get to Millsap and does. And it's Jokic missing. For Dallas, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Jokic with the steal. Here's Porter. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Just refusing to back down when the spotlight's brightest. Porter outstanding at taking over here in the clutch.
On the wing, Hardaway. Redick finds Doncic. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Redick for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there, go get it. Boy, Jokic always in sync with his teammates, which is part of why he's able to put together these highlight reel sequences. Well, what an athlete this Porzingis kid is, man. I tell you, you put the rock anywhere near him, and he's going to throw it down.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 8.
Taking 2 shots.
He hits both from the stripe. 15 seconds left in the fourth. Doncic outside.
Nuggets foul call.
Good on the first, and that stretches their lead to 8. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
So we see the Mavericks get the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.